Hello everybody, and thank you for clicking on my video. So today I've got a little sample and it is from the fragrance house Joe Malone, and the fragrance is wood sage and sea salt. See if you can see that here. Now I only have a little sample size bottle of this. I do not own a full size, and I'll tell you why later in the video. If you have subscribed to my channel, I just want to thank you so much for subscribing. And if you have not, definitely consider doing so, because you will get so many in-depth reviews of all fragrances that are either, and it's all fragrances that I review. And I review designer and niche and a few indies coming up. And put the little notification bell so you know when I have a new video. I know everyone says that, but it really does help, that's for sure. So this fragrance, like I said, is a niche house. It originates from London. Joe Malone is the mind behind it, but years and years ago, she did sell the brand to Estee Lauder. I'd love to get my hands on Joe Love's, her actual fragrance brand that she's currently working on. So this fragrance is a very, very popular fragrance. When I was working in a store where we carried Joe Malone, this is probably the one that sold out the most, along with English Pear and Freesia. So this fragrance is quite unisex. There aren't a lot of floral notes in it, and it's not really that sweet. So the price range of this is a little bit high, in my opinion, and it's a cologne formulation. So it's a little bit weaker than Eau de Toilette, and a lot of her fragrances are meant to be layered. So this fragrance is very much layered, and it's usually also sold in multiples boxes with other scents as well. And there's so many body products that come out of this range too. There's like every scent, there's like multiple body products as well. This for 30 ml bottle is around $94, and it is for 100 ml bottle, it's around $188. And these prices are in Canadian, and I got it off the Sephora website. Now, the reason why I say most of the prices come from Sephora or actual stores is because a lot of stores replenish their stock often, and anything that is discontinued, sometimes they'll either sell it at a cheaper price or they will send it off back to the vendor. So you're normally going to get something that has a batch code, that it hasn't been sitting around on a shelf for too long. FragranceNet is great, but there have been a couple times recently where I've ordered something and the batch code was really, really old, and it didn't smell as wonderful as it did when I smelled it at like Sephora when things were open. So that's just something to keep in mind. But if you've had good experience from FragranceNet or Fragrance or Perfume Online or all those sites, then you're lucky, I'm glad. But this fragrance was made by Christine Nagel, and Christine Nagel has made a ton of fragrances for Joe Malone. She's almost like an in-house perfumer for her, as well as the original Miss Dior Cherie from 2005, and a couple others that I've also reviewed on my channel. So there's not a lot of notes in this fragrance. The top notes are amberette seeds, the middle notes is sea salt, and the base is sage. That's pretty much it. I'm going to spray this on a card here, and I don't have an actual Joe Malone product, which I would like to get at some point, but I'm definitely a fan more of the Cologne Intense range, the ones in the little darker bottles. So let this dry off for a bit, and I'm going to let this smell. So this fragrance is a little bit light, and I definitely smell the amber and some salt, and it smells a little bit herbal, just like because of the sage. It's very, very unisex. A man or a woman could wear this. It's not very light, but it does almost smell like there's some citrus notes in here. So I'm going to spray this on my wrist and let you know what that smells like. So on my wrist, I do smell a little bit more of the amber, actually, a lot more of the amber, as well as some saltiness as well. Now, because this is a cologne, I'm going to allow this to develop on my skin for about an hour, and then I'm going to let you know what this smells like afterwards. It smells citrusy and herbal at the same time. as well as amber on my skin as well. I also noticed that this fragrance seems to smell a little bit different on other people. I don't think this is completely molecular fragrance, but a lot of molecular fragrances like Molecules 01 and Not a Perfume tend to smell different on people sometimes. So anyway, it smells a little citrus and amber on myself. So I'll be back in about an hour and let you know how it develops on my skin. Hi there, so I am back, and I sprayed this about an hour ago on my wrist. I'm gonna let you know what it smells like now. So this is very, very, very light now on my skin. Some people, I've heard a few people say that this lasts a long time on their skin. It does not. For me, a very, very light fragrance like Not a Perfume definitely lasts a lot longer on my skin, even though it's completely comes skin scent. And this as well has become pretty much a skin scent. I do smell still the amber, and the sage has gone away, and a bit of the salt has kind of like infused with my own skin scent. Not that my skin scent has a lot of odor in it in general. I shower like twice a day, so I just kind of generally smell like Dove soap usually. But this fragrance, I feel like it is a bit overpriced personally. I feel like there's so many fragrances out there that I think are priced fairly, even though they might seem really high. For me, I feel like this fragrance is very, very overpriced. Going into Jo Malone and buying a Jo Malone present though for somebody, or receiving it as a gift, feels really, really special though. So I really like the marketing and how they can customize gifts and put them together in a beautiful box. And there's just so much so much of a production that is made during the selling, quote unquote, selling ceremony. Let's call it that. It's so arrogant, but we'll call it a selling ceremony that goes into product when you go into a store to buy product. That's what I mean. Yeah. So I appreciate that. This fragrance is definitely for everybody. My boyfriend did try this fragrance and he thought it was a little too feminine for him, but I disagree. I think this is right in the middle. It's completely unisex. It's fresh. It's inoffensive. It's probably a fragrance that would probably do a lot better in the heat. So I'm going to save what I have left in this little sample and maybe wear it in the heat, maybe do a little update. Definitely see this more for a warmer weather type of fragrance, but it's not bad. It's a delightful fragrance, but I just wish they would make a stronger version of this. I wish they just had a lot of the popular scents and just made stronger versions of them instead of having their own separate range of scent combinations. But usually Jo Malone has like 2 scents that are mixed together that are the most prominent notes. But anyway, thank you very much for watching my video, and do stay safe wherever you are. Bye.